everyone, so today's video is going to be my April favorites for 2018. So it's been a little while since I've done a favorites video and I have started finally using some new products. So I figured it was worthy of me doing a favorites video for this month. Some of these you will have seen in the past, but a lot of them are actually quite new, so I figured I would mention them in today's video. So we'll get right into it and we'll start with skincare. So number one favorite I want to mention for the month of April is this Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. What is it again? Why have I got moisturizer? I forgot the word. So yeah, this is basically my daily moisturizer. Now the reason why I'm giving this such a big shout out, and you guys have seen it on my channel before, but for the month of April in particular, this has been an absolute lifesaver for me. So my skin, for whatever reason, as soon as it changed seasons from summer to autumn, my skin just went bang. Bone dry. It was insane and I could not believe it. And like I'm still kind of battling with it now, so if I ever forget to put this on for just one day, my skin just goes dries up completely, especially around my nose too. It's quite flaky and very dry, and my lips, like, don't even get me started. I'm wearing red lipstick for a reason, so you guys can't see how dry it is, but this moisturizer has been an absolute lifesaver of me. And you can see that it's actually empty. So that's how much I have been using it lately. So I'm gonna need a new jar soon. But this particular moisturizer, it is very, very lightweight. So even in the cooler months when, you know, my skin is this dry, I still don't like using a heavy moisturizer because my skin is very, very thin. So when I put heavy stuff on it, it just kind of sits there. It doesn't soak in. It just is very, very heavy on my skin. So for this one, being that it's a water gel, it really soaks in very quickly. It doesn't sit on the skin and leave that oily texture or that slimy kind of, I don't know how to explain it, but hopefully you know what I mean. This moisturizer actually works for my skin, and me being someone who is more of a dry combination skin rather than oily, this is absolutely perfect for me. And even if you did have oily skin, I feel like this would be really good as well, because then it's not over moisturizing your skin, if that makes sense. For the month of April, this has been an absolute lifesaver. Like I said, I'm now out of it. I've got probably, if I really like want to scrape the bottom, I might have 2 more uses out of it and then I'm done. So I'm definitely getting more of this stuff, but this was an absolute favorite. And then the other skincare product that I want to mention for the month of April is the ALYA Skin Pink Perfect Australian Pink Clay Mask. So this I used more through summer when my skin was super duper oily and greasy, especially kind of in my T-zone. And what I use this to is basically detox my skin. So basically all I do to use this is I actually use a brush to apply this with. So I'll do it after I've gotten out of the shower, and I'll use it when my skin's nice and open from the steam in the shower, and I'll just brush it on my entire face. So what happens is when you first apply this, it kind of has like a white-ish look to it, and then once it dries down, it looks more like this, which is the pinkish color that you see in the jar. So the actual product itself, I really don't have to use too much of it, and I'll use it probably once a fortnight-ish. So for me, this is kind of like my skin detox session, and I feel like it really just cleans out all of the crap in my skin, and then following after that I'll use my moisturizer like I normally would. So for me, this has just been a nice little kind of pampering session, I guess, for my skin, and I've really, really enjoyed it. It has a very natural rose smell, so legitimate rose, not just kind of like that fakeish rose smell, if you know what I mean. It smells like actual rose petals, which for me, I normally don't like the scent of rose, but for some reason this one is really, really soothing and I actually like it. It's kind of got that sweetish smell to it too. So I've been really, really enjoying this mask. I also have a discount code for it as well, so I'll pop it on the screen and down below for you guys so you can click through and save some money when you're buying this. Next, I'll go on to my favorite face product for the month. So for me, I've really, really been loving the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. If you're wondering, I'm in the shade 4, which is Fair. Now this particular foundation, I wouldn't say is high coverage by any means, but I find that it's a really nice and natural foundation. So for me, I'm not a huge fan of liquids. I typically stick towards more powders just because I like the finish of them. But this particular foundation for me, especially now that I'm going through kind of like a dry skin phase, I like using liquids a bit more because it's a bit more forgiving on those dry spots. But this also mimics the look of a powder foundation, so it doesn't have that heavy kind of layer on your skin. It's very, very lightweight, and I would say it's more of a medium coverage. But for me, this has just been my everyday basically for the past couple of weeks. So I really enjoy it. Although it looks full, I've actually started running out of it. I'm starting to pump it and nothing's coming out. So for me, it's awesome that I finally used up a total foundation. I haven't done that in years, so that just goes to show how much I've been loving this. So yeah, I wanted to give it a quick mention. Plus I think the packaging is so cute. I love the rose gold with Charlotte Tilbury, so for me it looks good on my like little dressing counter, and plus the actual product of itself is good. So I wanted to give that a quick mention. And then the other thing that I use with that foundation is obviously a special concealer of mine that has been my favorite for years now. So this is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I wanted to mention it in comparison, or not in comparison, but in conjunction with this foundation, just because I feel like they work really well together. This particular concealer I find is just one of the best ones on the market that you can find, and if you haven't used it, you need to. By no means is it new at all, and it's kind of like a cult favorite with its little puff ball on the top there, as you can see. So if you haven't tried it, just do it. You won't regret it. But this particular concealer I think is great for all over the face. It's not one that you can just use under your eyes. It's not just one that you can use on your face. It's great for everything. So for someone like me who, when they get ready in the morning for work, they don't want to think about their products, this is the perfect one. So I wanted to give that one a quick mention as well. Another favorite I want to mention, which I'm focusing a lot on face, I've realized this month. It must be my like little focus point. But an old favorite of mine that I wanted to mention again because I've brought it back to my favorites. It's the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder. So again, this was another cult favorite a couple of years ago. One that I used to use all the time, and for a while there I just kind of went off it when I was experimenting other products, but lately I've come back to it. The color that I get is darkest brown, which in the pan it looks really not my color, as you can tell, but once you blend it out it actually works out okay. But for this, in combination with my foundation and my concealer, I feel like this just sets everything in place all day. So I don't have to go to work and worry how my face is looking, you know, if it's gone patchy around my nose or if it's gone oily or anything like that. This here basically sets it in stone for the day for me. So I wanted to give this one another quick mention. I know I've brought a couple of favorites back, but this one has come back into my life, and I'm so glad that it did. Next product is a face product, but it's a little bit different, and it's the Tarteist Pro Glow To Go palette. So I hauled this in my Christmas gifts haul that I got for Christmas. That made no sense, that was totally redundant. You know what I mean though. I showed this in my Christmas haul, and I have been absolutely loving this thing ever since then. It's been my go-to for every single day, even on days when I don't feel like wearing foundation. So if on a weekend, you know, I don't feel like getting fully done up with a full face of makeup, I'll still put this on and it looks amazing. So for me in particular, I like the contour shade, as you can tell, because it's a total mess. That one I feel like is the perfect just kind of pigmentation and shade for me. So you really don't need a whole lot of product for it to pay off. It's very easy to blend, easy to work with. So it's just the perfect shade for me. And then on the end here, which is the highlighter called Gleam, that's what I use as my highlighter. So I've got it on today. You can see how highlighted my cheeks are. That is just a very minute amount of product, by the way. I literally tap my brush 2 times. I don't rub it in, I tap it, and that's what I get out of it. So for me, I feel like this highlighter has changed the game for me, because all of my highlighters in the past, they've all been that kind of, not glittery, but kind of glistening and shimmery kind of look to it, whereas this I feel like has almost kind of that wet look to it that everyone talks about. So I finally know what they mean when they say wet look. So for me, this contour and highlight has just been absolutely perfect for me. And plus, given the size of it, it's easy to travel with too, because I had a wedding that I went to a couple of months ago, and this is what I use, and it's just so easy and compact to chuck in your bag. So for me, this I would say is my #1 favorite for April and the past couple of months. And if you haven't tried it, like I keep saying, you need to. This one is absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure you can get it from Sephora as this little kind of mini book pack thing still. So if you see it, give it a go. At least swatch it and you'll see what I mean. And then the last favorite for me is of course the Model Co Lash Extend Mascara. So I can't remember if I talked about this too much in any of my videos recently, but that being said, I'm going to talk about it anyways. This is my new favorite mascara, and I've repurchased this twice already, and this one's run out and I'm going to purchase it again. I honestly cannot get past how good this mascara is. So I'm the type of person who, when they get a mascara, they don't just want lengthening, they don't just want volume. I want all of it. I want it to be lengthening, volumizing, separating, like not clumpy but not too wet. I'm very fussy when it comes to mascara. So for this to kind of meet that for me is a big deal. So this one I feel is just the perfect all-round mascara, and of course I'm wearing false eyelashes on a day that I'm talking about it. So obviously my eyelashes don't look this good with this mascara, but they look pretty damn close. The wand of it is very, very petite, so it's very easy to use. You don't feel like you've got this huge chunky brush that you're trying to maneuver around your eye. It's very, very easy to use, and the actual product itself I feel like just takes a couple of swipes to get going and you're done. It's not something that you have to layer and layer and layer to get length and volume. It's literally one coat and you're done. So for me, being someone who's kind of lazy with their makeup, they don't want to make it work, they just want to have it go on and be done and be good to go, this is a great one. You know what, I've just totally realized that's all of my favorites for April. I thought I had more, but that's all. So I'm not gonna just chuck in random products here to make the video longer. These are legitimately my favorites that I've had for the past couple of months, but mostly April. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this little mini favorites video. I know it wasn't the most exhilarating one to see, but at the same time, there's a few new products in there. So I wanted to mention it to you guys so that you could see what I'm currently using. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy seeing this. I've got Pippa on my lap, so I kind of should stop moving around and talking so she can go to sleep. So hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this video. If you have any favorites currently at the moment that you think I would like to try, please leave them in the comments down below, just because I love trying new stuff and you guys know me just as well as I know myself based on what I show you guys. So let me know if you know of anything in the market that I would like to try. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing this, and Pip and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye guys.